And welcome to MLB Tonight, presented by Camping World. Fred Charles with you alongside Harold Reynolds via NTT Home Plate Cam. I hope you're doing well. One of the things I think during this ordeal that's been kind of cool is to see how busy all the guys have been on social media, and you get a little extra peek at what their lives are like away from the game.
Yeah, well, even in the winter, they stay pretty active. The difference is, like you said, right now, this time of year, you don't get to see that. But I am top of mind for me, still thinking about all those high school players and college players figuring out what they're going to do. You can also take advantage of this time right now and get better, working on things you need to work on in the house or with your local friends, being able to do different things. So work. Concentrate on it. I got a little swinging drill for them later that they can do right at home.
Okay.
That Rod Crew talked to me about when I was a youngster. So you got to keep them going, man.
All right, the major leaguers are also trying to keep going as they get set for hopefully a 2020 season. Let's check in with Sonny Gray and what he's been up to. The best part of that is Sonny's son Gunner there. He couldn't believe his dad was able to line up the camera. Let's welcome in Sonny. And Sonny,
that's funny. I didn't know you were going to start
with
that. Y'all didn't tell me that.
Yeah. Yeah, we got everything. We got video. We find it everywhere, Sonny. But first
That's
off,
good.
I mean, how has this time been for you? I know you've been very active on social media.
I've tried, man. I took like a big break, and now it's just been fun to kind of slowly get back into it. Been just trying to connect with baseball fans, like kind of see like, hey, I know we're not playing right now and we're not doing things, but baseball's still in a lot of people's minds, and it's still in our mind, and it's on our family's mind. So it's kind of like to kind of do that and, try to make people laugh or show a side of my personality people really don't know.
I think it's real cool, and this time of year, you can have some fun while you're sitting at home doing that too, keeping people smiling. But I want to ask you, you are at home. We're close to May. And so how are you getting yourself ready? And I preface it with this. You grew up right there in the Nashville area. So for you, other than a lot of other guys, you got people I'm sure you have a chance to work with. So take me through what you're trying to do right now to get yourself ready and stay ready.
That's kind of like that's the hardest part, because you get like, I went to Dick's like the very first day and got everything I needed, medicine balls, all the weighted stuff, got a bunch of stuff shipped in. And there's a 30 acres behind my house that one of my buddies lives on. And there's some big trees and there's a pitchback, and I just go out there and we just play edge. Hunter comes out there, brings his bat. He's really into Dude Perfect right now, so we're doing all the sports things. But I run back there, and then I see Kurt Casale. He's here a couple times, so he's in Nashville. The catcher for the Reds, and so I've been throwing with him, and just kind of trying to stay as busy as possible and do the baseball things. And it's been crazy. It's been weird.
No music in your blood, Sonny? I thought you'd be cutting an album or something by now. No music?
Nah, I thought about that, dude. I just been staying home, so I got 2 kids, and the stay-at-home dad life or stay-at-home mom and all of that is real. Like that's no school, no nothing. That's real. So it's been fun though, because get to spend a lot of time with them. But hey, shout out to all the moms, because they killing it. Like I can't imagine. Like it's been fun though, man. These boys are wild. They love baseball, dude. Like they just wake up 7:57 this morning. They were both outside. I have a 1.5-year-old, and he's hitting a baseball off a tee, and now they're putting footballs on the tee and hitting it. And Gunner's out running around in the backyard doing the pitch back, and I'm just like sitting on the back drinking coffee. Like, man, these kids never stop, but they love it. So,
well, Sonny, I know there's something else that you're involved in as well, because I know MLB has teamed up with all 30 teams for their home plate project initiative. and two members of each team are involved. And for the Reds, it's yourself and also Michael Lorenzen. I don't know if the guy wants to be a bodybuilder or pitcher or center fielder, but you
Yeah,
guys
what is
are
that?
involved in donating some money and also to help people. I mean, feed people who are having issues getting meals right now.
Yeah, that was cool, man. Adam Wainwright reached out to me, I guess 2 weeks ago, and we were talking about what's going on. We talked about the dad life and all the things. But he sent me an issue, and he said like we're gonna help feed the Cincinnati children and children around the country through this with the Garth Brooks Foundation, Teammates for Kids Foundation, the Big League Impact for taking on. I mean, everyone kind of has come up, and a lot of kids have gotten, and a lot of families have kind of. It's a hard time for everybody. So a lot of the families, we're just trying to help, just trying to help. Same thing with the social media, just trying to make people laugh, just trying to instill baseball back in here. Same thing with everything that we kind of doing right now, trying to buy local, trying to do the things to help the people that's around us in our community. And, it was another thing that we decided we could help with. And Adam Wainwright, dude, he was killing it and he was reaching out and doing. He's really taking a big part of this and moving it forward, and it's been fun, man. It's been fun.
Sonny, we talked earlier about you growing up in that area. You get pulled by so many people, so many different directions. How do you decide who I'm going to be able to help and who I can't? I mean, you could be going all day long doing things. How do you decide?
That's true. You got to sit down. And me and my wife, we had to talk about this earlier in the off season and discuss we want to help, but you can't help everyone. So how are you, what are we going to do going forward? How are we going to, go about and do this? And we just sat down and in places that are close to us, places that we enjoy as a family, things that are strong, that are important in our lives, and things that are important in my wife's lives and our family's lives, and kind of communities that we're a part of. We just try to support all the communities that we're a part of. It's been fun. Here comes Gunner right now. I bet he's about to come in here. Nah, he knows.
Grab him real quick.
You guys have done
Hey, Gunner.
You guys have done a fantastic
You've been
job.
talking about him so
down.
much, we got to take a look at him now.
Gunner. He just ran by. Nah,
you work on grabbing Gunner, Sonny. You work on grabbing Gunner. And we got one more piece of tape that shows the competitive fire of Gunner. There he is. Ask Gunner if he can hear me. Gunner, it's Fran Charles. What's up, buddy? Hey,
can you hear them? Can you hear them? Can you hear them? You can't?
Sonny, real quick. You guys had your own opening day in your backyard. Gunner's trying to work you inside. I mean, and you took him deep. What's up with this, Dad?
Get out of here. You see that? Look, well, we had our own opening day. That was fun. We did a whole family thing, and he did not like it. Look, we were watching the movie Sandlot, and he's like, "I'm out, bro. I'm gonna get you." You saw that?
You went big time on it too. You had on your major league uniform, man. That's messed up.
Dude, that was my wife's idea, man. That was my wife's idea. She was like, "You know what? Let's get all of our uniforms on. Let's go have an opening day." We had an opening day present for him, so he got his own. We got him a wood bat with his name in it, and we normally try to give our kids something on opening day. And so we gave it to him that day, and kind of made our little tradition, man. We actually made a memory game, and it has an opening day picture on there. And we were playing it this morning. He was like, "Oh, look, opening day 2020, coronavirus." So they remember, dude.
That's
Gunner
awesome.
Gray coming to a major league park near you in about 15 or 20 years. Sonny, thanks for spending a little time with us. We really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you back on the field.
Go get him, Gunner. Don't let him off the hook,
that.
man.
Hey, we'll keep playing. He's practicing. We got a Friday night game. All right, see y'all guys. We'll get back out there, man. I can't wait. It's gonna be a sprint.
All right, the Grays joining us on MLB Tonight. Dan Plesac coming up after the break. And on this day in history, we'll take a look back at Chase Utley's first career hit. It was a big one. That's next.
MLB Tonight is presented by Camping World, making RVing fun and easy since 1966. Visit campingworld.com today.
Welcome back to MLB Tonight, presented by Camping World. Hey, let's jump back 17 years. Here's the great Harry Kaus.
And here's Chase Utley with a chance to do some damage here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Long drive, could it be? It is out of here! Grand slam home run, Chase Utley. Welcome to the show, Mr. Utley. It is 6-0 Phillies.
His first big league hit, a grand slam.
How about that? Chase Utley, 17 years ago to the day, first career hit, and he hits a grand slam. Let's welcome in Dan Plesac, courtesy of our NTT home plate camp. Danny, you were there. You remember the Phillies then?
I was there. I was sitting in the bullpen when that ball flew into the bullpen area. Have a great story about Utley, Fran. When he first got called up, John Vukovic, rest in peace, told me, hey, we have a really good, young, exciting player. Second baseman out of UCLA. Chase Utley. Not a very big guy, but he's your kind of player. Hard-nosed, tough kid, plays hard. And I remember when he first got called up, Fran, really kind of on the skinny side, wiry, strong. But when you watched him take batting practice, you hear that where you hear like, hey, it has a different sound. He was wiry, strong, had some serious pop, and you could tell right away this guy was going to be a big leaguer. He was a can't-miss big leaguer right from the beginning, Harold.
He's always impressive from the beginning he got there. And, the grand slam. But the thing is, Dan, at that time, too, power was not the big part of the second baseman's game. He starting to turn to what we're seeing in today's game.
All right, guys, time now for the MLB Dream Bracket presented by DraftKings. I know you guys are all in here. We're down to the quarterfinals, and so, H, I'm going to let you take the first crack here. Who do you see moving on?
Well, clearly the Yankees and the Red Sox to me on the American League side, because you're looking at one of the greatest franchises of all time with the Yankees absolutely loaded, and the Red Sox or the White Sox there. I take the Red Sox.
Well, Fran, I'm going to be a homer. If I don't go with the Brewers, I'll never be allowed back into the ballpark. Robin Yount, Paul Molitor, Raleigh Fingers, the list goes on and on. So I'm going to go with the Brewers, and I think I'm going to go with your hometown team, the St. Louis Cardinals, to advance. This is going to be like the 82 World Series moving on in this bracket.
Yeah, the 82 World Series was a classic, no doubt. 7 games. Redbirds took it in Game 7. All right, it's time for a quick break here on MLB Tonight. They're really excited in Toronto. They got 3 young superstars on the way, sons of former big leaguers. Up next, we'll hear from Bo Bichette on what it's like growing up as the son of a big leaguer.
The MLB Dream Bracket, presented by DraftKings, wouldn't be as fun without a little competition. Head to DraftKings and compete for thousands in prizes for free by playing in daily and tournament-long pools where you'll answer questions like what team will win, player performances, and more.
Back on MLB Tonight, programming reminder coming up this weekend on MLB Network at 7 p.m. Sunday. It's MLB The Show Players League recap as these players battle. You got at 8 o'clock, you're going to have a Bo Bichette going up against Josh Hader, and then Fernando Tatis Jr., and also he'll battle Trevor May. Quick sneak peek now. Play ball coming up Saturday will feature Bo Bichette and Ryan Dempster.
You know, you were talking about your dad and Vice. Is this true? Originally, he didn't want you to be a baseball player. He wanted you to play tennis.
When he retired, he really got into tennis and he loved it. And so I think playing tennis, growing up really helped me a lot, actually, mentally. You're on your own. You don't have a coach. It's yourself. So when things go wrong, you got to figure out for yourself. And, you got to have a lot of that in baseball, too. So I think that helped me a lot.
You have other players on your team, sons of major leaguers. It's something like, we talked about a lot at the network is how exciting that is, the fact that you, Kevin Biggio, Vlad Jr., what's that like having all that pedigree in that one locker room like that?
Yeah, I think it was more beneficial for us when we were younger, I was playing with Vladdy pretty much every year, and then we met Kevin along the way.
When you come from 3 big league families and all of a sudden you're on the same roster turning pro and come up together, I'm sure they became fast friends no matter what their personalities were.
We could all learn from each other, everybody does something different ways, so that's a big thing to remember. So to be able to learn what 3 great players did, and they all did it different, was, I think, great for us.
Chet Biggio and Guerrero Jr. has this city and this fan base turned on for sure.
Playing in Toronto for the Blue Jays, we talked a little bit about it off camera, just the excitement of being a young star in that city. What's that been like for you? Because in Toronto now, you're the guy.
Nothing knocks this kid on his heels. He likes a challenge. He likes the spotlight. He's liking the big leagues, isn't he? And the big leagues are liking him.
Building off that rookie year, what are some of the things that you really are focusing on for your sophomore year and your second season in the big leagues to go out there and do?
I think trying to, as best as I can in the cage, learn myself, learn how to make adjustments quicker. If I can make those quicker than the next guy, then I'll be doing pretty well.
I got to get my thesaurus out and start finding some more words for awesome, unbelievable, tremendous. I'm just running out of words to describe what we are watching from this kid.
Well, good times are on the way in Toronto, no doubt. Play ball comes your way Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern on MLB Network. For all you kids out there who want to rake like Bo Bichette, but you figure, hey, I can't go out and work on my swing, Harold Reynolds says wrong. Well, let's check in with H.
All right, guys, I'm back in my basement. By now, you're probably saying, how in the world am I ever going to get any swings? I'm sitting around the house all day long. I can't go to the batting cage, and I can't have a coach throw to me. Well, I'm here to give you a remedy. You can get as many swings as you want, as you can endure, right there in your house, in your living room, in your garage, in your bedroom, wherever. I know because that's what I did growing up in Oregon. When it rained all the time, I got a lot of swings. I had a program that gave me at least 100 to 200 swings. So I want to take you through it and the purposes of why I did it. So one, I would sit here and I'd take the bat to half the barrel. And I would use the bottom hand and top hand, and I'd go bottom hand first. And I wanted to hit every pitch in the strike zone I took a swing at. So let's say it's 4 pitches I want to swing. Up and in, out and in, down and in, down and away. All right? So I would start off up and in. Boom, that's the approach I wanted to have. That was 1 swing. 2, 3, and I take 5 swings at each quadrant of the strike zone with my bottom hand. Then I go to top hand, I do the same thing. 5 swings, that's how I want to hit that high pitch. I want to get that ball down there. That's what I'm doing with that low pitch. All right, ball away, boom, that's what I want to do. Then I would finish with each section with both hands. So for example, if I got a high inside fastball, how am I going to hit that? Boom, that's it right there. I want to get that, boom, right there. Now what about down and in? Boom, I want to keep that fair. Keep that ball fair. You guys would probably call that launch angle today. We just scooped it out. Then that ball away. Boom, right there. So now all of a sudden, I found out I was learning the approach I want to have on every pitch. Ball there, I'm there. Ball in, I'm there. Ball away, right there. Ball down, away, I'm right there. And pretty soon, I started realizing not only am I knowing how I want to approach each section, I'm getting stronger. My hands are getting stronger, my wrists are getting stronger, and now the bat's not just getting to the zone, it's getting through the zone. My abs, my hands, my forearms, and my approach of knowing where the balls are at. And I would get 100, 150, 200 swings every day. Get to work, let's go.
Great stuff, Harold. Hey, right now we're getting a look back at when Michael Jordan played his final season, but what about when he was a member of the White Sox? Dan Plesac will flash back. That's coming up next.
Home Plate Camp is presented by NTT.
Welcome back to MLB Tonight, presented by Camping World. We're getting a great look at Michael Jordan's final year as a member of the Bulls with the documentary series, The Last Dance. Archie Bradley was locked in when it debuted last Sunday. As Bradley shows you his tweet here, do not disturb, tuned into greatness at the ranch, as we re-welcome in Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac. But Danny, also, people forget, Michael spent a couple of years in the White Sox organization trying to become a Major League Baseball player. And when the White Sox took on the Cubs in one of those exhibition games, you were a member of the Cubs. What was it like to be at Wrigley that day?
Fran, it was a circus. It was an exhibition game. This was pre-interleague. And all I remember the days before that, all the pitchers, we were sitting down thinking, man, I don't want to be the dude that gets in there and he hits a bomb off me. I'm never going to be able to live it down. It was an absolute circus. One, to see Michael Jordan, and for a lot of baseball fans to actually see him in a big league uniform. All they had seen up to that point were clips from the minor leagues.
You know, Dan, every time they'd come through Seattle when he's with the Bulls, we'd be in the off season and they're hitting in the Kingdom because they played there and 61,000 people because they were a circus, they were a zoo. So he'd come through and we'd be hitting. I'd give him batting gloves and bats. Look, when he was in high school, he had agreed to go to North Carolina State as a baseball player. You guys probably would have met up there. And then he grew 5 inches and got invited to the 5-star basketball camp, and the rest is kind of history. But his dad let him go down and visit Dean Smith. Other than that, he was committed to go play baseball at NC State and was going to go through with it. But basketball obviously took over. But there was no doubt in my mind he'd have been a big league player. Look, he stole 30 bases, guys. At that age, he was 31, hadn't played in 15 years.
They had a great game, that game as well. A couple of hits. All right, guys. Have a great weekend. We'll see you.